Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session. We are pleased to have all of you from the different universities around the country. Let me welcome you to this day, this Friday that will be beginning our university training here live from Nairobi. I want to acknowledge the presence of the different universities all the way from the land of Masaku, Machakos University. Karibuni sana. We are joined also live by Turkana University in Lodwar, and we have also Bomet University College, University of Bomet, University of Uasin Gishu or Eldoret University, sorry. Then we have the different universities around Nairobi, the University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University, Jomo Kenyatta University of Science and Technology. We have all the way from Laikipia, we have Laikipia University also joining us today. If you are present here, and I have not mentioned, of course, all the universities, please feel free to write where you are joining us from, the name of the university, and we shall be able to acknowledge you and thank you for joining us in this training. I want to welcome the different teams from the different university. And I'll begin with Machakos. Machakos University, Stanley and the group. Are we ready for today's session? You can unmute, and I want to converse with the universities. So when I mention your university, kindly, I would want to hear and see you guys. So let's start with Stanley. Stanley, how are you? Mnajua challenge siwezi sikia response. Mmenotice hivyo? Nimemute. Siwezi sikia response. Nimejoin. Any student? Let's go to another university. Laikipia University. James and group. Okay, I heard from Ali. Laikipia University, anyone else? Good.
Right.
University, we are assembled here on the whole 30 of us for the training. Thank you so much.
Wait. Don't leave fast. How are you, Ali? How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Uko salama. How? Watu wa Laikipia mkwaje? Let me hear you shout, say ahoo. Sijawasikia Laikipia University. Ahoo. Kwani mnaongea ni kama watu wameinama? Laikipia tukwaje?
Tuko poa.
Good. Thank you so much, Laikipia. We are hoping to continue with you up to the end of this training. Let's go to Turkana University. Anyone from Turkana University? Leah. Thank you. Thank you. Up to the Turkana University. Go ahead. I can see Abigail, Janet. You can your hand. If you're from Turkana, go ahead and mute and let's converse.
Yo.
Robbie, Felix, how are you guys doing? Felix, how are you guys doing in Nairobi? Felix? Hey, my network is poor. Wananiambia hivi, uko simu yangu? Can you hear me? I'm told that my network is poor. Is it better?
I'm Abigail from Turkana University.
Thank you, Abigail from Turkana University. Turkana University is represented. Let's go to Machakos. Anyone from Machakos? I did hear Stanley and team.
Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal from Machakos University.
Karibu representing Machakos University. Let us hear someone from Nairobi. Felix and team. Who's in Nairobi? Nairobi. Nairobi?
Yes, Ian. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you're audible enough. Who's this?
This is Mike Kambi, but the student here from MKU. Maybe she can say a word.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, what's your name and how's the Nairobi team doing? I'm Kofiti. Okay, Bomet. Anyone from Bomet? Prince? Prince, Bomet?
Yes, Ian. Yes. Thank you for this opportunity. So I'm coordinating 2 counties, Bomet and Uasin Gishu, but we shall start with Bomet County. Let me just have one student introduce themselves.
Thank you. I'm Kenyatta Ian from Bomet University. We are tuned in. Thank you.
Thank you. So that is Bomet. You can see the rest of the students are also here with us. And maybe I can also introduce Gertrude, who is with the team in Uasin Gishu. So Gertrude.
Gertrude, karibu
Okay.
sana. Good, Gertrude. How are you?
I'm very fine. I'm Gertrude Ayuma from University of Eldoret, that is Uasin Gishu, and we are very ready for today's training.
Thank you, Gertrude. I can see the teams are psyched up and ready for today's training. We have Machakos University, the different universities in Nairobi, University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University, MKU is represented. You've heard from that student. We have Laikipia University, who are all gathered together all the way from Laikipia University taking the training. Karibuni sana Laikipia University, and Turkana University all the way in Lodwar. Tunawapenda sana. Welcome to today's training, and I'll begin. My name is Ian Mwiga. I work for I Choose Life Africa, and I'll be telling you real quick who I Choose Life Africa is and the journey that we shall be taking from today up to sometime the end of March. It will be an experience like no other. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to be anywhere else on Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. You stay tuned, because it shall be our time to learn, have fun, and just connect with each other in the different universities. So I'll be taking you through who I Choose Life Africa is, and I have a presentation, and I think as we go on, it will be projected, or it will be coming to your screens. And as I've told you, my name is Ian Mwiga. I work for I Choose Life Africa, and we are pleased to host the 2025 University SEALs Training. At the 2025 University SEALs Training. Karibuni sana. Now, I'll begin today's session with a video. And I'd like my friends here at studio to help me play that video so that we can all hear the video and watch the video. And then I will begin the training from us watching that video. So the studio team, if you could help me have that video and share it so that we can all see, that will be really helpful as we start. So the video.
If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew, we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh. swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and one special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down in the Mud Flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive the freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of the rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted, and somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
That's a video, and I'd like us to interact with you guys, and I'll give it to Laikipia. Laikipia, can you just tell me one lesson you're learning from that video? Or it could be an observation, a lesson. You just feel free to just unmute anyone from Laikipia, unmute and just give us what have you learned from that video? Laikipia, we'll start with Laikipia University. Anyone from Laikipia? Laikipia? Laikipia bana, Laikipia. Yes, Ali?
Hello, Ian.
Yes, we can
Hello,
hear
Ian.
you. Yes, we can hear
Wabwire
you.
Justus. Wabwire Justus.
Yes, Justus.
Yeah, what I have learned is that, okay, personally, in line of leadership and governance, yes?
Yes, I can hear you.
I will say that if your dreams are not scaring you, then I tend to believe they are not bigger enough. Yeah, that's the only thing that I've learned. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Justus. About your dreams and if they're not scaring you. So thank you, Justus, for that. I'll give it to Anyone from Machakos? Anyone from Machakos? You can unmute. Yes, Stanley.
As we settle our network kindly, maybe we can move forward, then we'll be speaking later.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Uasin-Gishu, Eldoret, the newest city in town. Eldoret, Gertrude, who can answer that? What have we learned from that video? Eldoret, you can unmute. Eldoret, anyone from Eldoret or Bomet, Prince? It's easier. You who is there? Anyone from Bomet who can share what they've learned?
So thank you.
From
This is
Bomet.
Bomet University.
Yes,
this is Bomet University.
Yes, go ahead.
So the lesson that we have just learned and discussed that we need in life, we face a lot of storms and we face a lot of sharks in our lives and the struggles. We should be perseverance, consistent, and never give up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I like that. We face a lot of challenges, and in the video there was an analogy of a shark. How does it behave when someone is coming to attack you? You must face your challenges and overcome them. I like that. Thank you so much, Bomet. Let me hear from Nairobi. Any lesson that you're learning? Nairobi, Team Nairobi. Team Nairobi.
I've learned a lesson about the power of hope.
The power of hope. What about it? What about it? The power of hope. What about it?
Okay, hope can make you try your best not to move a. No, hope can make you try your best to move a milestone.
Okay, the power of hope. That's a lesson on the power of hope, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the SEALs training, and we are, as an organization, I Choose Life Africa. We have this SEALs training that we implement in the different universities and even high schools around young people. And the whole concept of this training is to train like the US Navy SEALs. The video you've seen, the concept is a SEAL is a soldier and is a warrior. So welcome, you are very much you're very much lucky, and congratulations for making it here, because this training had over 600 applications. We have in this training. So this training is an empowerment training that equips you as leaders and as change makers for tomorrow. And the concept is, we'll begin many, but the concept is, as we go through the training, we want to see the people or the warriors who shall be able to complete this training after. So welcome so much to the SEALs training, and we're going to have fun, learn, and also challenge each other as we look at the future of this country, this continent, Africa, and even the future of the globe, because the young people are the answers to the problems that we are facing even as a country. So ladies and gentlemen, feel very welcome, and we love you so much. As an organization, we are so passionate about young people and know what young people can do in the next 10, 15 years to come. to change this country, to change our continent, and even the globe. Karibuni sana. It's never that serious, but it is based on that concept of the US Navy SEALs that we train you, and we are happy to join you, and we are happy to go through this journey with you to get empowered for you to go and empower others. So I'll go straight to my presentation, which I'll help you understand us better. We are I Choose Life Africa, and I Choose Life Africa, every 4 years we run a challenge known as the 1 Million Youth Empowerment Challenge. This is season 2. We had our season 1. I'm going to show you a video of season 1 in the presentation, but this is season 2. Season 1 was between 2018 and 2020. That season elapsed, and now we are in the process of starting and launching our strategic plan, which runs from 2025 to 2028. So we are I Choose Life Africa. Our vision is healthy Africa, empowered people. Healthy Africa, empowered people. That is our vision. And our mission is to improve the life, opportunities, and resilience of young people aged between the age of 10 and 34 through strategic empowerment for sustainable development. So as an organization, we work around 6 main pillars. And one is health. We work on health. We work around health, and I'll be able to show you the different problems around health and why health. So in health and nutrition, education, we have our newest pillar on environment and climate resiliency and economic empowerment. And then our fifth, we have employability. Our fifth pillar is on leadership and governance. And then finally, safety and security. So we work around those 6 pillars, because as you look at the life of a young person, as one develops into the different stages of life, there are health issues that come into play, education issues. Right now, climate and environment is a big thing. And then we have leadership and governance, Gen Z. You also what we did last year as young people. So the leadership and governance, of course, they are leaders. Young people want to be involved. They want to engage in leadership. So we're looking at how we can equip you to become a better leader and best engage even with government. And then we have the fifth pillar, which is safety. No, the last one is safety and spiritual foundation, looking at the holistic growth of a young person. So those are our pillars as an organization, and we are in 26 counties, and you can see around Kenya, in Nairobi, Laikipia, Machakos, Turkana, and the different universities, working a lot with them. So that is our footprint, about 26 counties currently in the country. I Choose Life Africa is also privileged to be the hosting hub of what we call Sustainable World Cooperation. We are the Kenyan hub, and this year we had what we call Sustainable World Cooperation Conference that happened in Cape Town. We were able to be represented by our CEO, who will be later speaking to us. So we were able to be represented. Next year, the good thing next year, as the Kenya SWC hub, I Choose Life Africa will host the Sustainable World Cooperation Conference in Kenya, right? So stay tuned. I will be able to be telling you how the different ways that you can plug in, and the different roles that you can come and play. But I Choose Life Africa hosts the Sustainable World Cooperation Hub in Kenya. So I'll show you a video of I Choose Life Africa, what we do. That was the launch of our previous strategy. So there's a video. My friend here in studio will help me to play that video. It's on the slide, the next one. So we'll play that video. You'll have an idea of what we do as an organization and how we able to reach 1 million youth within 4 years, within a practical model that we have. So I'll request and play that video. Yeah, it's coming up. I'm told to continue with the slides, but we'll watch that video. So a lot of you may be asking yourself, why the SEALs training? Why the SEALs training? And I know it will take time and I'll be able to explain the whole program as we go on, but why the SEALs training? I want to request the projection of the next slide, because over the years, from 2000, when I Choose Life began, up to 2025, we have impacted over millions of young people in universities and in high schools. So you may be wondering and looking at who are the people, the different faces that have gone through a Choose Life training, like how you're going through this training in your university. So we have our alumni. Maybe you can move to the right. That gentleman there. Maybe you can move to the right. We're seeing only one. The slide is not in full. So we have that gentleman called Sam. Sam is the managing director and co-founder of Samawati Capital, which is they give and equip enterprises. So, like this guy last year gave close to 1.2 billion, if I'm not wrong. So these are some of the faces that have gone through I Choose Life training. We have Dr. Caroline Opinde, who's the founder and CEO of the NGO Whisperer for Social Impact. He runs her NGO in Manchester, United Kingdom. So these are the people who have gone through the I Choose Life Africa training in different universities. They all began in the university. So it is possible for you to go global and do amazing things. So how many products were still? So these are some of our products, people that have gone through our training. And next slide, also on the alumni. Yeah, these are our alumni in different government roles. We have the current PS for Ministry of Energy, Mr. Alex Washira. We have Isaac Maura. Who knows Maura? Maura was in Choose Life Africa in campus in KU. So you can see, especially on women's rights or the role of women in leadership. We have a very own Naisula Lesuda was in I Choose Life program. We have the Rachel Muta, who was former Uhuru Kenyatta's aide-de-camp, who was also in I Choose Life Africa. Luta and her husband were just like you, enrolling to I Choose Life program, and they're doing amazing things around the world and even in government, things to do with policy and even presentation. We have Techo Rose, who is one of the senior clerk at Parliament. So these are the different people, and the list is endless. I Choose Life Africa alumni and all over the world. So as I told you, it was very competitive for you to make it here, and you have been selected. It's for you to know that you are destined for greatness, and we're here to unlock you to greatness and this bigger opportunities as you look at the future of this country. So that is alumni. But you could wonder and be asking yourself, what problem are we trying to solve? So I like that slide up, because what problem do we solve? And I'll start pillar by pillar. Of course, around young people, there's increased HIV infections. And this is very practical in the different universities. Was on Friday, Najua. So a lot of people are happy, and HIV infections are on the rise. And you know what? It is sad right now. Around 33% of young people are contributing to HIV and AIDS. And of course, the issue of unintended pregnancies, they are a lot. So we can't equip you with the knowledge about how you can make responsible sexual decisions that can make you
will equip you to enable you to make decisions. So that is health. And education, what are we trying to solve under education? And education are trying to solve, of course, the issue of transition, moving from one way to the other. I know most of you who are maybe in the second years or third years, and even others can tell us. There are people who joined campus and along the way they dropped. So there are a lot of education barriers, especially gender was another big issue. The girl child and the boy child around education, different barriers from even where we come from. So that is one of the things that we'll be looking at education. How do you for the job market as you move out of campus? I'll be able to take you the different session that we will be having through this training. So the next one is economic empowerment. I know everyone in Kenya is very, every young person, the big question that comes into your mind, am I going to get a job after I finish campus? So we will be looking at the issue of the problem is unemployment, and also unemployment. A lot of young people in this country, about 41% of youth can't perform basic tasks due to mismatch between the skill and the industry. So look capacity building or even entrepreneurship. We'll be looking at employment. For those who want to go the employment route, how can you be able to brand yourself, your CV? Are you prepared for your first interview? Your cover letter will be teaching you how to prepare for the marketplace or the job. Issue of employment. Then the second one, we'll be looking at entrepreneurship. It's either you want to get employed or you want to start a business. For those who want to start a business, equipping you with the different entrepreneurship skills, bookkeeping, financial literacy, the business model canvas, looking at sales, marketing, branding, all those issues that come with that have to do with starting and running a successful business. So that is one of the things that we shall be looking at. Margin Z and our leadership and governance pillar. What is the problem, or what is informing us to intervene under that pillar? In leadership and governance, we'll be looking at how young people can be able to engage with government. And the problem is 73% of Kenyans are afraid to stand up for their rights. That was data. That was data from previously, which I think it may have changed. So looking at all among the young people, which really affect how they are able to they are able to even perform their tasks in security. Looking at if you had a terror attack in your university, how would you react? So that is under safety. That is the last pillar. And of course, environment, I told you, is our newest pillar. We'll be looking at how we can be players as young people, looking at the environment. So up to there, ladies and gentlemen, no, it's a lot, but I shall take you step by steps. Before our training ends, you shall be able to see how we are able to do this, and we shall be able to even contract you so that we can run with this, and we'll be looking even at what we call commissioning, how you will graduate, which is usually a very fun session. After you've gone through this training, the commissioning bit of it. So up to there, is there any question from anyone? I'll invite any question from any university. Kindly raise your hand. I'll be able to see you asking the question. You can bring up the questions up to that point. There are a few more slides. I'll be going through them as we go on. But up to there where we've reached, is there any question from anyone? Any concern? Please feel free to raise it. We are here to support you to be able to
become responsible young men and women in this society. So is there any question? I'm looking at the screen to see if I can see any question from anyone. Is there any question? Any university with a question? Hakuna maswali. Any questions so far? I can't see anyone raise their hand. I assume that there is no question. Even on the chat box, you can write your question. I'll be able to address as we go on. Okay, seems there's no any question. Let's continue. We'll be looking at the questions as we go on with the training, or the what we call the stepping in. So I'd like the bridge model to be up on the screen, but it's for you to understand the different learning objectives for this session, but I won't go much into that. But I hope you all can see the bridge model. And how do we build a bridge from information to behavior change? Now, you can see these guys on this other side of the bridge. That can be Gertrude, Amos Korir, Alphonse, who else? That can be Anne Momanyi, Caroline Mutui, Esther Kusimba, Faith Ruto, Francis Ndungu. You can be on this side. And this side, basically, you have your own fears. For example, you've come from a place or a culture, so you have your cultural beliefs. You have fear of pregnancy, especially for the girls right now because you're in campus. You have your religion beliefs. Your family is expecting something from you. You are going to be a graduate in a few years. There are family expectations. There's knowledge about HIV and AIDS, what you don't know, what you know. And then you have STI facts. So this side is where right now most of you are. But all of you are looking at how you can cross the bridge on this side for positive, healthy lifestyle. The question is, how do you do that? The question is, how do you move from this level? And you know very well it is very easy for you to go down. Is it Michelle? You have a question or something? Okay, I think you've muted again. So how do you move from this side to this side? And you see right now, here, hapa chini, there are a lot of uncertainties or a lot of problems that you may run into as you try to do it. You have the death from AIDS, unwanted pregnancy, alcohol, drug addiction. You can get arrested for stealing, expelled from school, STI, and violent death. And the question is, how do you move from this point to go to this point? Machakos University, let me interact with you kidogo. Machakos, Stanley and the group, how do you move from this level to this level? What do you think needs to be done? Machakos. Machakos University. Machakos University.
Yes, Ian. One way you can cross the bridge is by
That's one. Winnie, another one. Machakos still. Where on Machakos? Machakos?
Yes, my name is Haron. Another way is by self-awareness.
Thank you. That's another way. Now, the whole program and how we've designed this program is to help you to move from that level that you may not fall down the bridge. Falling down means getting pregnant, contracting HIV, AIDS, being expelled from school, being an addict, a drug addict. So we are here to capacity build you for that not to happen. And for you to change your behavior from this to that. So how do we do it? That question. How do we do it? We've been told very well by the team from Machakos, how you can do. But I want to ask a question to Laikipia University. Laikipia University, I want the next slide on the levels. Where do you think you are on this bridge? Laikipia. I hope the slide is being projected. Laikipia University. Where are you at when it comes to this level? The next one, the one that has numbers. Laikipia. Where do you think you are? One person to unmute and tell me, are you at 1? Are you at 2? Are you at 3? 4? When you look at this, uko namba gani hapa? What level are you? Are you at 1? Are you at 3? Are you at 7? Are you at 10? What level are you at right now as a young person? Someone from Laikipia University, unmute and tell us.
Looking at that bridge, I think I might be on number 5.
I'm Precious. I think I'm at number 3. There.
Hello everyone, I'm Jessica. I think I'm number 4.
But we want to cross this bridge. And if we're going to cross this bridge to this other positive, healthy lifestyle. But how are we going to do that? Next slide. We're looking at how you can improve on your communication skills. Be assertive, understanding consequences, good role models. We're going to the skills, the self-esteem, new values, opportunities for the future. We're going to capacity build you as a seal. We're saying as a seal to move from this level to this level of positive, healthy lifestyle. And that is what we're going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the whole seal program and what it entails. We shall be looking at our why the SEALs training, and niliwa mentionia huko as we started. Why do you need to enroll to the SEALs training? One of the things that you are going to find very unique with this training is that we are going to create a community among ourselves, a community of SEALs. We have seen the different people that have gone through under I Choose Life program and what they're doing, and those are just some of them. So we are going to capacity build you to be able to go and run a community in your university that will make a change in that university. So one, Through the training, you have a unique opportunity to enhance your knowledge, skills, attitudes, and practices of your peers through passing the information to your peers around. Then, of course, through the training, you have an opportunity for you to be mentored, be it by Choose Life Africa staff or by the different mentors and facilitators who will be coming to speak to us. You'll be able to get non-professional teachers talking to you, working with you, and motivating you to become better people in this society. Why then, against the SEALs training, you will be able to be connected to an opportunity for you to learn and to learn new things. For example, as I was telling you, we shall learn about CV writing, how you present yourself in an interview, how you even groom yourself, how you even be able to you're able to become a better person in the society. So we'll be looking at all those things. So that is one of the things that we shall be looking at. Now, I want to introduce something very fast, and this will happen in all the counties, and the different county officers are going to help us do this. Now, through this training, we shall be able to be put into groups, and we shall have 6 different groups participating. Now, different county officers, kindly help me for 5 minutes. Divide your participants into 6 groups. I want the movements to begin immediately. I'll give you a 5 minutes break in the different counties. For Laikipia, the groups, the 6 groups to be formed. In Bomet, the 6 groups to be formed. In Nairobi, the 6 groups to be formed. In Machakos, the 6th group to be formed. Laikipia, Turkana, 6 groups. I'll give you right now is 4 sharp. I'll give you 10 minutes to divide yourselves into groups. And one of the assignment, I want you to come up with a group name. The 6 groups in the universities. You come up with a group name and a group chant. And after around 10 minutes, we are coming back again live with the meeting to continue, and we'll hear the group names and the chants. So kindly prepare yourselves. I'm giving you 10 minutes, and exactly at 4:10, we kick off by hearing the group names and the group chants. And thank you, Machakos, because you're going to help me. Laikipia, you guys are together. Nairobi, county officers and the different I Choose Life staff. Let's divide the students into 6 groups in each university, and then we shall be able to hear the group chants and the group chants. The group name and the group chant. Yeah, those are the 2 things we'll hear. So that starts now. We are on a 10 minutes break as we do that. That starts now. Anzeni. Let's start. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the different teams in the university, you have been able to form your groups. We are going to hear which group, and we are going to unmute and hear. Tutajua nani wanacheza na wengine. So I'm so happy and excited to continue this session for today. We are going to have the different group names and the different group chants. We are going to hear them right here. No other place other than the SEALS program at I Choose Life Africa in the different universities. Karibuni sana. But now before we hear the groups and the names and the chants, you remember I promised you a video of our last strategy and what the SEALS program entails and how the organization reaches 1 million youth within those 4 years. So I am ready, and here at studio we're ready to play that video. Ahadi ni deni, kwa hivyo we'll play that video and then we shall continue with the rest of the session. But first of all, we watch the video and we hear the groups, the group names and the different chants in the different universities. And it will be a competition. Sasa mimi ndio ndawapea sheria of how you're going to move from today up to the day you get commissioned or graduate. Nitawaambia what we're going to do. But before that, let's listen in for the video. Let's watch all of us together and see what, as an organization, we've been able to accomplish.
His Excellency Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta was unanimously endorsed as a global champion of the Young People's Agenda during the 73rd United Nations General Assembly. The President since then has championed the UN intervention on youth education, training and employment, dubbed the Young People's Agenda, YPA. Through YPA, the UN seeks to get every young person into quality education, training or employment by 2030. In this regard, I Choose Life Africa, in partnership with the Office of the President's Strategic Initiatives Unit, the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Youth Affairs, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage, the UN, OISTE, University of Nairobi, Semester and other partners launched the 1 Million Youth Empowerment Challenge on May 8, 2019 at the University of Nairobi. This is a youth-focused strategy that seeks to bring about transformative behavior change through a holistic approach dubbed the SEALS program. The challenge, running between 2019 and 2022, seeks to attain its goal through collaborative partnerships with government, private sector, academia, CSOs in a deliberate effort to support the President deliver the 5-point youth agenda.
Our vision is to make sure by 2022, 1 million young people have been empowered, and you are taking the responsibility now.
I confirm that the Ministry will integrate the 1 million Youth Empowerment Challenge in the steering, technical, and other committees stipulated in the implementation and the rollout of the Kenya Youth Development Policy.
I know that today we have the beginnings, thank you very much, Mike, of something amazing happening in our country. A group of young people that will actually show the rest of us how it is done, how it should be done.
Through the 1 million 5-point youth agenda, we envision 1 million healthy youth, 1 million learning and innovative youth in primary and secondary schools through mentorship by university students joining hands with the private sector. 100,000 employable and employment youth, 10,000 responsible youth citizenry, 100,000 sporty, safe, talented and spiritually grounded youth through sports engagement and talent nurturing and development. The SEALS training offers a practical success formula to improved life opportunities through acquisition of adequate knowledge, skills, practices and attitude change.
I am Ian, I'm empowered.
I am Brenda and I'm more than empowered.
My name is Clive Lupao, I'm empowered.
My name is Shadrin and I am empowered.
I'm Adisa, I'm empowered.
20 youth startups from the counties have already undergone a 3-day business development boot camp and and will be exhibiting their products at the Nairobi Innovation Week. The following are 2019's upcoming milestones. In June, Nairobi Innovation Week, targeting 1,000 delegates and 20 county-based youth startups, exhibited in strengthening of entrepreneurship ecosystem of Kenya. September, United General Assembly UNGA with 10 youth engaged. October, National Adolescent Symposium 2020, Sweden Winter Challenge with trade discussion for export of Kenyan products.
Thank you so much for that. I believe you've been able to see that was during the last launch, and any familiar face there that you've seen? Anyway, I know I was part of it because I met I Choose Life at the University of Nairobi. Then I was a student. Right now, you can't believe who I am here at I Choose Life. But that is how empowerment has done, because now I am a testimony of how the SEALS program can move you from just a student to as someone in society who's very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's very interesting to see. But now we want to go now to the universities. Are we ready? And I'll start with leo naonea Machakos sana na Laikipia. Let us start with Bomet. Prince, we want you guys to unmute, and we want to see the groups. Aona pia watu wa Turkana. Uni Echwa, Joseph Echwa. How are you? We are coming to Turkana. But we want to see in Bomet. Prince, where are you? We want to hear the groups. And you're gonna lead that. Bomet. Prince, we are waiting for you.
I hope Ian you can hear us. Okay, so let's start with the first group, which is the Eagles. Which group is this?
We are the Eagles.
Which group is this?
We are the Eagles.
And what is your group chant?
We fly higher.
Thank you. So let's go to the second group, which is actually the Esteemed. Which group is this?
The Esteemed.
Which group is this?
The Esteemed.
What is your group chant?
The opportunity is here.
Thank you. You still need one more chant, Ian? Okay, thank you. Yes. So which group is this?
The Tigers. The Tigers.
What is your group chant?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So the Eagles are saying they had the loudest voice. So we shall now go back to the Eagles and say the chant one more time before we give the next county. Sawa. So which group is this?
The Eagles.
Which group is this?
The Eagles.
And what is your group chant? Thank you, Ian.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Bomet. The Eagles. Hiyo sauti bado. Okay, all the way from Bomet. This is getting exciting. This is getting really exciting. Let's go to Laikipia. I want to hear Laikipia. James, Laikipia, you lead that. Or one student to lead that. We want to hear Laikipia now. Laikipia University, you can do better than Eagles. And the other group, which I didn't get the name quite well. So Laikipia, James, go ahead. Take it over.
Tunaanza na group gani? Haya, watu wa spirituality. What's your group name? And what's your group chant?
Together we rise, together we fight, together we win.
Okay. Yes, watu wa leadership. What's your group name?
Eagles.
What's your group name?
Eagles.
And what's the group chant?
Guide our spirit
To soar above the trees.
And
Guide
what?
our spirit to soar above the trees.
Yay! What to entrepreneurship? What's your group name?
Pathway Pioneers.
And what's your group chant? What's your group chant? Ah, Shaka. Hi, what? SRH, what's your group name?
Rocky.
And what's your group chant?
Break the silence in the mind.
What environment? What's your group name?
Nature guardians.
And what's your group chant?
Nature.
What's that say? What's that say? What's that say? Ah. Thank you very much, Ian.
Wow, James. Wow, let's that is interesting. I can see the 6 groups, but now we'll be looking at how we are going to charge these guys. Nimeona watu wa environment wamelemeo kidogo, but good job James in Laikipia and the different students in Laikipia. But sasa hii nitaiharibu when I introduce the scoreboard. So wait, I'll be doing that in a few minutes. Let us hear Turkana. I have seen Joseph Echwa and Nicholas Korir. Team Turkana, muko wapi? Watu wa Turkana. Watu wa Lodwar, wako wapi tuwaone. This is your time. Joseph and Nick, you can unmute. Or Leah. I can see Leah. Joseph ameenda wapi? Turkana University. Turkana. Okay, as Turkana gets ready, I know they'll be back. It's like Nania may drop, but that's okay. Let's move from Turkana. We go to Machakos. Mwaka and team, or Stanley and team. Machakos. Stanley or Mwaka, take it over. Stanley or Winnie, one of you.
We are here, we have one group here and we have another group for those who have joined online. There is another group. So here we have one group. So what is our group name?
Great Achievers!
What is our group name?
Great Achievers!
What is our group name?
Great Achievers!
What is our chant?
Yes, we are!
What is our chant?
Yes, we are!
Thank you. Here and we also have those who have joined online who didn't make it here physically. They are going to present their name and their chant. Thank you.
Okay, that is Machakos University. Na nasikia wengine wako online. Our online ya kina nani? They are of course not in a group. So we won't hear them. Now from Friday we shall be able to gather again. I know there's a group that has gathered, but Machakos had that uniqueness today. Some are joining us through online, but you are supposed to be like Kipia. They've done a good job to be together, but I know we're going to do that Machakos next time. So are we ready, Turkana? But before Turkana, let's hear from Wasingishu and Nairobi. Felix and team, let's start with Nairobi. What are the groups that are there that you guys have formed? Felix and group. We want to hear from you guys.
Okay, guys. Here in Nairobi, you have one group. The others are joining us online. But for this group that is here, what is your group name? Synergy. What is your group name? Synergy. And what is your group chant? Dragon motor testing. Wow.
Good. Thank you. the team in Nairobi and the different teams. I know also Nairobi, some are joining virtually, but that is a good start. Uasin Gishu, I'm told that by Prince, the Master Seal, what was her name? I'm told that lights have gone off in Uasin Gishu, so we won't do Uasin Gishu. But now, ladies and gentlemen, what you've done is one of our culture at I Choose Life Africa. And I want to present to you what we call a scoreboard. Now, remember, in your university, you have 6 groups. And the 6th group, you have been attached to a department. Each group is supposed to have 1 group leader and 1 deputy group leader. And how will we know, or how are we going to compete amongst ourselves? We are going to do it by what we call a scoreboard. Now, 1, what are we going to be looking at? And I want us now to be, yes, thank you, studio, for bringing the scoreboard. Number 1, what are we going to be looking at? Because during the commissioning day in your university, we shall know which group has won and which group is remaining behind. Now, I know kila mtu anataka kushinda hapa, but the trick is here. This is what we are going to be using to come up with who wins. Number 1 is attendance. Now, this training, you know very well, it will be running from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Friday. Now, the group that has a total number of the whole team attending, let's say, for example, in one group, you are 6. Every Friday, we are going to be taking roll call. Which group has the highest number of attendance? So we'll be looking at attendance. Number 2 is what you guys have done. Your group name, your logo, and your chant. Remember, the county officers will give you flip charts and markers. Each group is supposed to do their own logo. So group logo, group name, and group chant. Ile group itakuwa imechangamka kabisa. Imechangamka kabisa kama Eagles. Kama hao Machakos wenye walikuwa wamechangamka. Get 20 marks. And then number 3, punctuality. Punctuality. I know even mimi kidogo leo studio tulichelewa na dakika 5 kidogo. But the concept is to inculcate a culture whereby we respect time. When we say it is 3, it is 3, not 3 or 1. So punctuality, we shall be looking at the group that settles number 1. By 3, they are all seated and all of them are there. We will be looking at punctuality. Number 4, we have what we call excellence. Excellence. Ambia mwenzako hapo excellence. Excellence. Excellence is very key. And that is one of the cultures we shall be inculcating in you. Are you an average person? You also know the video of the SEALs. SEALs don't just train. They go through the tough training that you saw in the video. They sleep for 4 hours and they strive to earn their title SEALs. So every little task that you're given, are you doing it in an excellent way? Or are you doing it to average? Excellence. Excellence has 10 marks. Then we have teamwork. Teamwork. We shall be giving you tasks in the group. But how are you going to be performing those tasks? So the group that does well in terms of collaboration, in terms of teamwork, get a whole 10 marks. Then netiquette. Netiquette has to do with your own values and how those values affect the other. For example, when we are here in this meeting, only one person is facilitating. Ama unafungua, unaanza ku unmute, unaanza kuongea. Hiyo inatuma marks zako zi reduce. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call the scoreboard, and this is what will determine ile siku ya commissioning as we graduate. As we graduate, this is what we shall use. So the different county officers, I'd like you from today, chukua roll call. Let us know which group has the highest number of people. Which group wenye wamesema group chant na logo wakiwa na energy. Wenye those that were there at 3. Chukua, let's start today. let us award marks today. And let me tell you, siku ya commissioning kuna prizes. We shall give awards. We shall give awards in the different counties so that we are able to know which group has done very well in this training. Ladies and gentlemen, competition imeanza, imeanza. Najua Machakos ile group itakuwa ya kwanza, pengine tutakula dina na CEO, pengine tutakuja Laikipia tufanye mambo na watu wa Laikipia na the number one group. I don't know which cash award or the prize that is going to come, but we can have dinner with the CEO, we can have lunch, pizza, I don't know. Different counties will suggest, but we shall be able to acknowledge the first group that wins the SEALs training. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the scoreboard. That is what we shall be able to use to come up with the winner. But what are you supposed to do? Now, that is the scoreboard. But now as a SEAL, how do we empower the different people? So I want to go to the responsibilities and roles. As we train you from today up to the end of March, early April, what do we expect you to see from you as a SEAL? So the different responsibility. One, as number one, you're supposed to take this information to your peers, to 10 of your peers. This is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, your responsibility is to form. You're going to form 10, each one of you in each group, not as a group, as an individual. Your first responsibility is to form what we call a behavior change communication group. For example, you participate in, let's say, one participates in maybe dramas, festivals at campus. You're supposed to take 10 of your peers who maybe you play football with, or you're a member of a Bible study, or you hang out with, ama nyinyi wado moja. Only 10 of your peers. You're supposed to form a group of 10, each one of you. And for the different county officers, this time round, we shall be very strict. Before you graduate, you must show us your shujaz. We call them shujaz. So where you were able to be trained, or you were able to be shortlisted and enrolled into the SEALs training. But your responsibility number one is to form a behavior change communication group. And I'll be telling you much more about the BCCGs as we go on. Then number two, you're supposed to educate. You educate the shujaz on the SEALs topic in one-on-one and small group sessions under BCCGs. Then you're supposed to teach the shujaz how to access their own personal risks. Then you're supposed to provide services. For example, on health, we shall be doing HIV testing, STIs, distributing commodities in our universities. So you'll provide, you'll facilitate. Some of you will be able to facilitate refusal of skills of the vices, for example, drugs, sex, alcohol, because you'll be empowered to be able to make the right decision. So one is to also facilitate, distribute, and also function. I won't go much into those. But what is a BCCG? Nime mention BCCG. What is a BCCG? So a BCCG, nimewambia, is a small group of people that each one of you is supposed to form. So each SEAL forms a BCCG of about 10 people who are untrained, who meet once during the week for about 1 to 2 hours each time. Can be organized around any common interest such as sports, movies, entrepreneurship, people who you meet regularly. Ningewambia, as you form your BCCGs, guys, you form around people that you do things with. So it can be a member of a club, hiyo nimewambia. Watu mna meeting nao sana. You form a BCCG group. So that is how it's formed. Now, during each session, the group must spend at least an hour discussing the topic. Now, I shall be showing you the topic. We have the 6 pillars, each pillar, and I like how James also has organized Laikipia. Each group is supposed to adapt a department and a pillar. For example, nimesikia kisema pillar ya environment, pillar ya SRH. So yes, each pillar we have topics that we will be training you on. So you're supposed to pass that information to your peers through what we call a behavior change communication group. And that is what I have explained to you. So what is the objective of our BCCGs? To pass the key seal and social well-being messages, to develop and practice the skills necessary to sustain behavior change, to discuss the barriers to behavior change, and to help each other overcome those barriers, and then a team that supports sustained behavior change. You know very well right now in campus, it's very maybe hard for you to make some certain decision as a person. That behavior communication group is like people who come together and they are able to stay together as this, as you learn from each other, you support each other. Mkiona mmoja akienda vibaya unamwambia, hey, by the way, wewe ni cheki kweli kunaendaje, form ni gani? Mohamed Njao, form ni gani? Pamela, form ni gani? Rogers, form ni gani? Sylvia, Stanley, form ni gani? Koech. You're able to support each other. So that is your people, like the people you are impacting in the university. Then we'll be having thematic events that kidogo ukisikia sa there's, for example, a function coming up, like Kipe University Seals wana organize, tunasema leo we want to test HIV AIDS around like Kipe University. Mnaenda tunaongea na the dean, you get the university health services, and then we do HIV testing and we reach out to them as a thematic event. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how the program is organized. I shall be able to show you the different timelines of the program so that you can be able to know which the different county officers will share with you which topics we are going to do, and I can be able to do that. So don't worry, this one will be shared to you. How does the training look? Today is the 7th of February. We are having what we call our stepping in. And then this one was done, was streamed directly from Nairobi. This is what we call stepping in. You being able to know of the program, what it entails, what you're required to do. So number one, you're required to attend all the sessions. You're only allowed to miss 2 sessions peke yake. Ukimiss more than 2 sessions, kumaanisha utagraduate. Then number 2, you are able to be told you form your BCCGs, pass the information, and then the group competitions and all that will be part of it for you to be able to run the whole training with us. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, it's what we call the commissioning. SEMA commissioning. Commissioning is a big event, very big event. You're able to come together, celebrate from 7th of February. You'll be together every Friday. Mtakuwa pamoja. You will be able to come together, say, this is what was happening. We started this way. We started many. Pengine wengine mko 35 in each university. But others after leo wataona, hawa sasa wanafanya tu stories za ufala. Wacha mimi nijitoe kwa hii training. And that's okay. Remember, the SEALs, the video I show you, we are not looking for 100. We are looking for the warriors. Warriors who will be able to finish this training. Warriors, and the concept is to drop you off. Ukimiss unatolewa. We drop you off. We remain with people, the change makers, the people who are going to change the game in this continent. So the concept is not for us to have all of you guys, tunawapenda sana, but the concept is for us to have the warriors, the people who are going to change this country, the people who are going to change Africa and the globe in the years to come. We're interested in those. The rest who are going to be here whining, refreshments, what? We're not interested in that. We're interested in the warriors. So commissioning, it will be the last event in March, and that will be on the 28th of March. That's when we're going to be commissioned. So done after the SEALs successful training, completion of outreach activities through BCCGs, then event protocol shared a month to the activity, invitations to be done. So this one, each university shall plan theirs. but we shall have one central one here from Nairobi at our offices. But you're able to invite your deans, we'll do it differently. And each department in those groups will be able to participate in the planning of this event. Kwa hayo mengi ama machache, ladies and gentlemen, I invite questions. I'm very happy to take questions. Before I invite our CEO to say a word, so I'll invite questions so that we can be able to take a few questions from the teams. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? From any university? Any question?
Yes, hello. It's Brian Masika from Laikipia University. I have a question concerning BCCG groups. Is it a must to meet physically or we can do it via virtually? That's my question.
Okay. A question on how, or the BCCG sessions, how is it a must to meet physically? Another question, I'll be able to try all the questions. Any other question from anyone? Thank you so much. Thank you from Laikipia. Stanley, go ahead. You can ask your question.
Okay, thank you. I'm Lazarus Chalo from Machakos University. I was requesting if you can share maybe a document which will help us to get to know more about the sales and also the information that you have given us. Thank you.
Thank you, Machakos, for that. I'll be able also to respond to that. Another one, any other question? Bomet University. I can see you're ready to move on. Well, I have seen that on the chat box. Another one? Another one?
University, I don't have a question but a comment. Through the session, we are ready to start a session and also comply with PCCGs, and we maybe at the end result will be having positive. And thank you for the training.
Okay, thank you for that. Team Bomet wamesema wako tayari. Bomet wako tayari. Now, let me respond to the question at Laikipia University. I don't think you need to meet physically. If you can pass the same information virtually, that's okay. But we'll need what we call means of verification. If you can record the session as you are meeting them virtually on Zoom or Teams or Google Meet, you can record yourself so that you can be able to know how you reach them or how the reach was done. So you can record yourself. It's not necessarily you have to meet them physically. The comment from Machakos University, yes, we're going to share a contract with you today. The county officers shall organize, or if they don't share the contract, we're going to share the contract with them or the county officers to you so that you can be able to sign a contract and then to have all the materials that you need. You know which Friday, which session we are doing and who's doing it. That will also be done from the different places that we will be doing. So is there another question? So many people, Alan Mumo, Brian Masika, Caroline, Ruto, Nairobi. You don't have a question, Nairobi, my people. All the way from Nairobi, na wana maswali. Masi, there's so many people. Any question, anything that's not clear, feel free to raise it at this point. It will be very helpful for us to raise it. Any question?
All right, so this is Nixon Soita from Team Synergy here in Nairobi. And I wanted to ask a question regarding the programs that you said the SEALs can enroll, like visiting schools and doing HIV testing. I wanted you to elaborate more on how this can be done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much from Team Nairobi. Yeah, it's true. We'll be having what we call thematic events. Under each pillar, there are thematic events. For example, on environment, you cannot talk about environment. You have not even planted trees. So we shall be planting trees in the different universities that you are in. We shall also have, on health, our outcome would for you, first of all, as a SEAL to test. We'll give you the information, then you test for HIV, then do outreaches. We call them thematic events or outreaches that will help us to reach to more youth through equipping them to be able to have the information that you will be learning. So, for example, we are having also a high school program. It's the different county officers to see how you can plug in. For example, if you want to do mentorship in high schools, how do you plug in and also participate? So on that, it will happen per county. I think the different county officers shall be able to plan with the different counties. So for Nairobi, we shall plan with you guys. For the different counties, they shall plan themselves. There's a comment on the chat box by Ian Osundwa. Will this training be done online always or even physically? Ian from University of Eldoret. Now, Ian, this training will be done physically from the university where you are. You're supposed to all assemble in one room in the university. I believe all of you have seen what Laikipia have done. You're all together, but you take it virtually. So we'll be taking it virtually from the studio so that we can be able to reach more, because we are live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. And from this end of this month, we are going to be joined by students from 2 more countries. We're going to have students from University of Juba in South Sudan and Tanzanian students across different universities in Tanzania. So we are going global. So we're going to have the students also join us as we go on with this training. So that's why we are doing it physically, but you're supposed to come together in a university, have some refreshments, enjoy first of all before 3, mna dance kidogo, mnajisai kidogo as the meeting starts, and then meeting ikianza, you join virtually, and you're able to take the training from a one centralized place. So Ian, I know there were different, being the first one, there were different logistics issues, but next time, we are going to have every university settled down, like Laikipia, Machakos, Nairobi, even Turkana, they're settled down. But the few joining online is because they were not able to be with the rest. But the requirement is you be with the rest. Of course, there are going to be unique times and days which we can work them. But the idea is for you to be together with the university students in the university. And even their refreshments. Mnakunywa ka juice, biscuit, mkidance hapo, mtafunzwa SEALs dance. Sasa zingine tunaanguka nayo. It's all fun as you learn. So, karibuni sana. I believe I've addressed any other question. We're going to share the schedule with you and the contracts. I believe the different county officers will share with you. You're supposed to sign a contract of this that defines further our engagement with you. Any other question, feel free to ask before I invite our CEO to give his remarks. Any other question, any concern, feel free to write on the chat box or unmute and speak. We'll be hearing you. Machakos wameuliza swali, Laikipia wameuliza swali. Bomet wameuliza, they made a comment. Turkana and which other one? Turkana and Wasingishu. Wasingishu pia wameuliza. I can see from the chat box it was Ian from University of Eldoret. So Turkana pekee ndio tujasikia swali. Turkana, any question, anything that's not clear, we're happy to clarify and show you how we go about this. Turkana, any question or any other person? If there is no, I'll go directly to our CEO. Engineer Mike will be speaking to us in a few minutes as we begin this training and officially launch the training, launch the 2025 University SEALS training. So he'll give a keynote address as he officially launches this training. I see there's no question at a chat box. Haina swali. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our CEO. I told you about I Choose Life Africa. Oh, finally, you guys are distracting. Finally, Turkana, they're here with a question. Thank you, Turkana, for obeying. Turkana, we are following through. In case of any questions, we shall ask. Oh, they don't have a question for now. So I'll go directly to introduce our CEO. As I introduced the organization at the beginning, this is I Choose Life Africa. And I want to project the slide. It's not here in this presentation. As I was telling you about the different alumni that we've had across the years. Because I Choose Life has been in existence from 2000. Right now in 2025. We have our different I Choose Life alumni around the world. Ukienda Jordan, Manchester, London, US. We have people like you. The first day you are coming or being enrolled to the training. Just like you. Somewhere. Little known of you in Bomet. Little known of you in Turkana. Little known of you in Nairobi. As a student in a university. They joined the university program, the SEALS program in universities, and their lives have changed. And I tell you, your life is about to change and take a new direction. So ladies and gentlemen, the man behind this whole idea, the founder and CEO of I Choose Life Africa, who's very passionate about young people. So I'll be giving him to give us a keynote address and officially open the 2025 University SEALS training. Ladies and gentlemen, which university and which group will help me welcome Engineer Mike right on stage here in studio? Laikipia, James watu ndio wame Eagles. Unmute tusikie Eagles. Wapi?
Here we are. Eagle. Guide our spirits to soar above the trees. Eagle. Guide our spirits to soar above the trees. Thank you so much. Eagles.
Guide our spirits to soar above the trees.
Eagles.
Guide our spirits to soar above the trees.
Yeah, guide our spirits to soar above the trees.
Yay!
Really great to be here today with you guys. This has been a dream we've had as I Choose Life Africa for quite a while, to be able to be rolling out the program, not just in the country, but also to the region. So within the next 2 weeks, we'll be joined by Uganda, as Ian mentioned, and not Uganda actually, but Tanzania, and also Ethiopia, South Sudan. But just first to thank Ian, he's done an amazing job. He's always a very good facilitator. And I could tell the excitement, different parts of this country and different universities. So well done, guys. I just want to say a few things as we work on this. I think we're adjusting something. Maybe just give us a minute. We are good? Okay. I need to pass the camera. Oh, I see. I was actually looking at the I was looking at the laptop, so I was wondering why my eyes were looking closed. But the tech guys are correcting me, which is fantastic, which is part of learning. Yeah, so we are about to launch our strategic plan for 2025-2028. We'll be launching it sometimes in March. Now, you guys are part of that exciting journey for I Choose Life Africa for the next 4 years. Now, what's going to be the focus for that strategic plan? Now, the title of the strategic plan is 1 million African youth empowered, engaged, and connected. Let me break down that a little bit. Empowered because we need youth that have the correct knowledge, attitude, and practices and skills around our development areas. Engaged because we recognize that the change of this country and of Africa basically lies in the hands of you young people. Connected because we want to connect you to people, to resources, and to opportunities. So if I can summarize our journey for the next 4 years, my life is about empowering young people, engaging young people, and connecting young people. And you too, as you come alongside this journey, is for you to ensure that you're empowered, you are engaged, and you're connected. But you, in turn, we expect you to empower other young people, to engage them, and also to connect them. That, in summary, my dear friends, is what we'll be focusing on in the next 4 years. Now, I just want to share a bit of global statistics for you just to understand why you are so important in this time and in your generation. Now, we say the future of the world is Africa. The American president wants us CEO, the CIA, to summarize for him the future of the world in one word. And he was told Africa. Africa is the future of the world. Why? By 2050, 1 out of every 4 people globally will be African. It does not matter where you are, whether you're in China, in Russia, in South America, 1 out of every 4 people in the world will be African. I'm not talking about black people, I'm just talking about African. So Africa will rule the world, whether the world likes it or not. And you, my dear friends, will be part of that generation that will have the opportunity to finally lead the world. The primary question is, what sort of leader are you going to be? The second reason why Africa is the future is that by 2063, 1 out of every 2 working people are going to be African. Let me repeat that again. 1 out of every 2 people who are working in the world will be African. What does that mean? Africans will be running countries globally. Africans will be running industries. Elon Musk is just the beginning, even though many of us don't think of him as African. but he's South African, and so he's African. And he's the richest man in the world. My wife was just telling me that he surpassed Mansa Musa, because right now he is worth $423 billion. But Africa will be providing the global workforce, whether we are talking about medicine, arts, engineering, name it. Africans will be supplying the world with workforce. And so if you look at globally, countries are beginning to strategize so that now, instead of trying to stop immigrants, they are coming to Africa and saying, how can we prepare you so that by the time you go to Europe, you have the necessary skills to be able to work. Germany in itself, they cannot be able to provide the workforce for their own country. They are relying on building the capacity of Africans to go and take over the running of their economy. So the future of the world is Africa. The third thing I'd also like to say is that in the past, Africa was seen as a dark continent with regard to not just infrastructure, but also in regard to religion. But by 2050, out of 3 billion Christians, 1.2 billion will be African. So literally, Africa will be the light of the world. Churches will be moving from here to other continents to start up churches in other continents. Just last week, I was in Cape Town, and I was discussing with a young man who is German, but also grew up in Sweden. And he was saying that he finds churches that are led by a normal Swede very boring. He hardly can be able to attend the churches, but now he'll be shopping for churches that are Africa-led, even in Sweden. Because they realize there's something new that Africans bring on the table, the love, the energy, the adaptability and flexibility that no other continent provides. So as we prepare you for the future, our responsibility is clear. We want an Africa that leads the world in such a way that we are responsible, we bring value to other communities, and instead of having an extractive nature where other leaders and other continents came and extracted resources from Africa and went and added value in those other continents. We want to be the kind of leaders that are responsible, that will take care of three things. We'll take care of the planet, because this planet, it has a finite amount of resources that we need to be able to take care of those resources and manage them responsibly, not just for one generation, but for the future generation. Number two, people. We want to ensure that we take care of people, because really, at the end of the day, the world is about people. We need to ensure that people have decent jobs, they have dignity, they can be able to lead a life that is dignified. We want a world that there's less inequity around the world, where there's a less gap between the rich and the poor, where we all share resources that we have. And finally, obviously, companies want to be driven by profits, and we want to make sure that people around the world have decent jobs, they are gainfully employed, and they are able to take care of their bills, whether it's paying rent, hospital bills, education, taking care of their children. And to do that, we must engage the youth in three things, as I said. Number one, empower them, engage them, and connect them, so that you as SEALs become the fire that completely transforms this world and creates a better world for all of us. So thank you so much for being part of this training, and I cannot wait to be part of this journey where we go together in changing the world. May God bless you and wish you all the best as you undergo the SEAL training. Thank you very much.